After a busy week in South Africa, we were headed to our next stop, Tanzania, to cross off one of the top items on both of our bucket lists. Before heading to one of the most well-known savannas in the world, we stopped off in Zanzibar to soak up some sun, spend time on the beach, and to celebrate our honeymoon in a true relaxing fashion. We arrived to a whole honeymoon setup here. They gave us a bottle of wine too, that Shirley will be drinking.
And, oh, I love this part, this beautiful bathroom with a tub. And the tub is humongous.
On our first night, we were welcomed by the Maasai performing a ceremonial jumping dance known as a dumu. I ended up being invited to give it a try, but I definitely did not have the stamina to keep up. Today, I turned 31, and I can absolutely say the 21-year-old version of myself would never believe the places I've been fortunate enough to see or where I'd be celebrating my 31st birthday. I feel overwhelmed with gratitude for picking up a camera, for pursuing something I love doing, and for having a wife. Still getting used to saying that has helped me overcome one of my biggest fears and has allowed me to see so many beautiful places in this world that I never imagined I'd ever experience. Past 2 weeks or so have been awesome, but when we first signed up for this trip, the number one thing we're looking forward to is obviously going on a safari. So super early in the morning right now, so you may not be able to tell how excited I am. It's like 3:30 or something like that. Just packing up all of our stuff in our hotel room right now in Zanzibar and getting ready to go to the airport for a flight to mainland Tanzania.
Safari day, baby.
Let's go!
So excited.
After an early start to the day, we were picked up by our guides Tom and Samuel from Ndutu Green Explorers. Right from the tarmac, we were off to our first safari in Serengeti National Park, home of the elephants, and our very first exposure to what would be 4 days jam-packed with some of the most incredible wildlife. Let's go.
Okay. I'm excited.
Rooftop up, baby. Our anticipation and excitement were on overload as we were entering the park. Nice binoculars.
Thanks, brother. Worked great.
It was only a matter of minutes until Karen and I were standing up in the truck, her glued to her binoculars and me to my camera, in awe of what we were seeing. After only ever seeing wildlife in a zoo, There was something special about watching this wide range of animals freely roaming about in their natural environment. And then, just as the first day was coming to an end, we had the closest encounter of the day with one of the African giants.
Had our first day of safari.
What'd you think?
So I loved it. It was amazing. Saw tons of animals like elephants, zebras, giraffes. A big elephant
Or dogs.
right past us, super close, looking us dead in the eyes, and Scott was scared and ducked.
Definitely frightening when it was staring into pretty much dead straight into our eyes, but such a cool experience. Like the silence of everything, and then just hearing the movement of the elephant was like such a surreal moment.
Really cool.
Today was a lot to take in, the fact that like we've done so much planning and getting ready, and then to finally be on the safari and seeing these animals live in the wild was like such a cool experience.
Unbelievable. I'm so happy we have so many more days of this.
Yeah, so just gonna hang out, probably just go for a swim or whatever, have some dinner, and then go to bed pretty early because we got to be up bright and early and be on the road for 7 a.m. tomorrow.
I won. It was a great game,
She lost.
but I won.
Day 2 took us through Ngorongoro Conservation Area as we made our way to Serengeti National Park. Ngorongoro is believed to have formed around 2.5 million years ago, when an active volcano's cone collapsed inward after a massive eruption. It's home to 115 different animal species, including the critically endangered black rhino. And although we weren't able to see one up close, our guide Samuel spotted one off in the distance as we entered the crater. Just when we thought it couldn't get any better, we saw our first lion and lioness on the prowl, looking to hunt. Our morning in the crater went by in a blur, with every turn of the head offering you incredible landscape and wildlife views. From the crater, Samuel introduced us to the African Massage, aka the bumpiest 2-hour dirt road drive you could imagine. So much so, we had to pull over to help another truck that had broken down before we were able to make it to our stay for the night. Oh, that's nice. Imagine it collapsed.
That'd be hilarious.
On the road again.
Day 3.
Should get it. Ken and I always have these moments when we're traveling, where we look at each other and ask, how did we get here? And the Serengeti was another one of those moments. One of the few connections I can even make to this place, aside from a couple of random documentaries, is the cartoon movie Arthur Christmas.
Holding on.
Weird, I know, but that's how bizarre it felt to be roaming this astonishing landscape. Oh, baby.
Safari mode activated. Keep it tight.
Observing wildlife is funny. One minute you're watching an alpha male gazelle and his herd of 20 females peacefully eating grass. And the next, nature happens. There he is, ready to fight off a group of bachelor gazelles looking for love. Bit selfish if you ask me. On a safari, you can always tell when you're pulling up to something interesting by the number of trucks congregated in one area. And this time, it was the fifth and final animal of the big five that we had been waiting to see. The big five animals on a safari consist of the lion, rhinoceros, elephant, African buffalo, and the leopard. And we had just pulled up to a leopard on his lunch break.
So hard to locate with these, I find. There we go, you were right.
See? Now it's changing the position.
Wow. Just brings him up the tree.
Yeah, badass. As the rainstorm quickly rolled in over the Serengeti, our first day came to an end. Looks like we got ourselves caught in the rain.
Torrential downpour.
Tomorrow would bring the most intense day of them all. Alright, tonight's stay, way more tenty.
More tenty.
Way more tenty.
It is more tenty.
Bathroom. Little corridor in here. Toilet. Shower. Okay, dog. How we feeling?
Great. Excited for today. Hoping we see the Great Migration. Yeah, can't wait.
Today is pretty much the reason why we decided to take a safari in Tanzania. Initially we thought about going to Kruger Park, and then we realized the Great Migration was in the Serengeti in Tanzania, so this is the whole reason why we're here today. Last night, didn't get a lot of sleep, was absolutely petrified at the fact that I could hear lions like feet away from our tent, and it was just this like eerie silence with little noises from the lions that you could literally hear just like steps away from where we're sleeping. So my heart was racing. I was not falling back asleep, but now that I've survived, pretty cool experience. The Great Migration is a year-long cycle and is the largest herd movement of animals on the planet. It's made up of over 2 million animals, traveling up to 1,000 kilometers each year. The majority of these animals are wildebeest, but it also includes zebras, topi, and gazelles, all in search of food and water. To witness what seems like an endless movement of animals in unison across the Serengeti is indescribable. It's an extremely dangerous path, with one of the biggest challenges being the Mara crossing, a river that connects Tanzania and Kenya. Today, we would find out exactly why its nickname is the River of Death. Observing the river crossing is like this odd balance between chaos and calm. All it takes is one wildebeest to decide to cross, and the whole group follows. But it can take hours, possibly days, before one decides to cross. So, we waited, and 6 hours later, the chaos ensued. He's going towards it. The water's taking him.
Oh my
the
god.
Water's taking him.
No, 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 no. No.
Ooh.
No, I don't like this anymore.
Oh my god.
Oh, is he underwater? Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. Please don't get back. Oh my god, I can't get out. Oh my god, I have
It's
anxiety.
got one. It's got one.
Stop.
Yeah.
Where?
Right at the end there. It's got one. So much empathy in this woman.
This is horrendous. Why am I watching this? Oh.
Karen is going through it right now.
It's not fun anymore. It was awful. It was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Just got back from our day 4 safari, and easily one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Crazy. Very, very sad. But
Yeah.
amazing at the same time.
It's funny because we booked it and we knew what we were going into, but I don't know if we knew we were actually going to see like crocodiles eating wildebeest and killing them. So that part was pretty gruesome, but unbelievable.
But the poor guy was struggling.
It
That was the
was.
worst part. It wasn't like instantaneous.
Yeah, it was literally as if you had placed us in like a Planet Earth episode. So
That's why we needed wine.
Yeah.
And our driver has been amazing. I feel
Unreal.
like so many other drivers speed to a place and he
Yeah.
doesn't move. And at first we're kind of like, what's going on, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the wildebeest come to where we are. I just feel like they're really knowledgeable and
Yeah.
know what he's doing.
Well, he always goes to the point of where they're gonna cross or where their path is going to instead of where they are, and it's like it's been unbelievable. It's crazy that you go up from this like one massive high of being on this like once in a lifetime experience to just moving on and being like, okay, well, next one is now we get to
Yeah.
see gorillas up close and personal. So
Back to back.
looking forward to that, and we'll see you next week.